Hey guys, Languagehacker here. Expansion's coming out, and I wanted to get you guys some budget decks you guys can play. If you are working with less dust than some of the other people, I got you. I have 4 decks for you that require 0 legendaries and very few epics on top of that. So let's take a look and see what looks good. Let's hop right in. Now, first off, Mech Mage. Mech Mage, I did play a bit of in the theory crafting, and it seemed really, really good. There were some games where I had Ini Stormcoil and Gaia the Tectonic, which did end up closing out games, but I think you can actually cut those and the deck still operates pretty nicely. So the main idea is you run a very heavy mech package that's generally cheap. You can discount it with Seafloor Gateway, and Ini Stormcoil and Gaia are good options if you can, if you have, like, let's say if you open them in packs, or if you do have some extra dust in like this deck, I would recommend slotting these 2 cards in over something else. I think the cards I put in instead were the Tuskar Trawlers. Not really great mech-centric, but I found that a lot of the game plans of this deck is either just keep tempoing stuff out, and the 2 mana 2/3 is fine, or set up for being combo turns with a discounted Mecha Shark. And when you're doing that, you can afford to take turns off and play other stuff that help you curate your draws. But if you do have Gaia or any Stormcoil, I would cut Trawlers for them. The deck's pretty nice. Next up, we have Small Spell Mage. I included this in some of my other videos as well. I did this in theory crafting, and honestly, I was running, I think, Queen Ashara and I believe some other value ones. You can consider running Bran or Zola. Bran and Zola are in the core set, so those are available to you for free, but I don't think they're necessarily necessary. Queen Ashara is a good addition, and if you do have the dust, I would have you include Commander Savara. Savara does give you a little bit of extra oomph with spells that you already run in the deck, because it gives you copies of what you've cast already, which is good because they're in the deck because they're good for the deck. So if you get more of the stuff that's good in the deck, it's good. However, instead of that, I think I included... What did I include, actually? I should have a script for these in the future. I think I ended up putting Iron Deep Trogs. A lot of these decks tend to be a bit more aggressive, the ones I'm going to be showing you. So a lot of the stuff that gets cut could usually just be put in with a Trog, because Trog still kind of fits the aggressive tempo game plan. But yeah, so cut Trogs if you have Savara, and if you have Savara and Queen Ashara, I would include both of those. Or if you don't like Trogs and want to go for more of a value-oriented game plan, you can also cut the Trogs for either Bran, Zola, or both. Ooh, I'm facing Crit. Interesting.
There's no turning back now.
Do I just full keep this? Play this on 2, this on 3, and then pop off? Maybe I toss this. Look for a 1? I don't even need a 1 though, like this is probably fine. You guys think Crib's playing Pirate Warrior? He's not playing Pirate Warrior. Double deep run, interesting.
I could have sworn it went back together.
What do you think? Yay, nay? Did I mean not to queue Paladin? Yeah, I built a couple decks. I built Mech Mage and Divine Shield Paladin.
That step was your last.
We'll wait 1 turn on the gateway.
Back together.
Mecha Shark's nice, or we could keep discovering. Let's Mecha Shark.
Me tusks won't stop shattering.
Tempo good. Okay. Yeah, Rogue's card draw does suck. That's why I haven't really built too many Rogue decks.
I'm 7 moves ahead.
That's moderately unfortunate.
Error. Hot bucket.
Oh, it actually worked. Interesting. That's a lot of amalgams. Oh my god. This is a lot of stuff, huh? Hey, Vildora. This is a lot of value. More motherships? More motherships. Guys, we have so much Discover right now, it's absurd. Yeah, I don't know what he's running. Could be some, I mean, maybe even a Reno deck, but probably just sort of pay off. Not Reno. Okay.
Me, tusks. Shattering.
Okay, we're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff here. Not making the pew pew sound. Pew pew pew. There you go. How's that? If I'm not making pew pew sounds, am I even playing Mike Mage? It's a good question. It's a good question. That is large. That is very large, actually. Can this go down to 0? These can go down to 0. Is that even the play? It might be the play. Double Gaia? Pew, pew, pew.
My hand is full.
This might have been lethal, actually. If I did the other thing, I think this was lethal if I did the other thing. Maybe not, though. I think we may have beaten Crypt, guys. It happened. YouTube video. Hacker beats Crypt. That's the clickbait, guys, right? Next up, Face Hunter. Face Hunter doesn't lose too much. A lot of 1-drops go out, but there's still a couple of extra ones being added, either in the core set or with the expansion. So kind of here's what it is. Bunch of 1-drops, couple of 2-drops. We still run Doggy Biscuit and Ramming Mount to, push on the board early with the minions we already have. There is also a Divine Shield mech that is useful because it's harder to kill, so it sticks around more often for your Doggy Biscuit and your ramming mounts. I've included Naga's Pride as a bit more of a tempo option on turn 3. The deck has lost Trampling Rhino, but it has gained some other stuff. Like Twimbo Terracoil gives you a lot of reach. This can transform your aimed shot into a Pyroblast, which is actually quite useful. And there's plenty of spells in the deck to activate that. We still have 1-drops, some 2-drops. Harpoon Gun's really, really good. 2 swings for 3 damage, and you get to choose your next draws because of Dredge. Well, to some extent, you get to choose your next draws. Deck looked pretty solid. Didn't play too much of it during the theory crafting event, but it should be pretty good. If you do need, if you have Barak Kodabane, I would cut maybe a Naga's Pride for it. And if you also have the new legendary, I believe it's called Raj Najan, you can cut either the second Naga's Pride or maybe a Murkwater Scribe for it. I haven't tested these too much. They didn't pop up that often, but I imagine it's okay as a 2-drop. If there's other 1-drops you want to include instead, that's probably okay, but a lot of the 1-drops didn't feel that crazy. So I thought having basically a 1-mana 3/2 is pretty useful because the deck runs a lot of spells, so having that discount is actually fine. It's kind of like a Flame Imp because of the mana discount you get. All right, finally, the 4th deck here. I actually got this from Bunny Hopper's Theory Crafting. Elemental Shaman still has pretty much everything, which is really, really good. There are, I believe, a couple of new elementals being brought in with the core set, which is Tar Creeper, I think, and Amalgam of the Deep. So Tar Creeper is just pretty solid, protects the early board you've created already, and Amalgam of the Deep is... it's just good. It's flexible. You can use it on any of your elementals to discover more elementals, which gives you more oomph. Card draw, Dungeoneer, Maelstrom Portal to fight for board, and 1 copy of Bloodlust to kind of close out games. You could try this with a slightly different package where you're running the maybe Doomhammer with Rockbiters, but we've lost, I think, Stormstrike, and I believe we've also lost Cage Match Custodian, so that will be less consistent. If possible, I would consider cutting Blade Master Akani. So this one I believe is free, everyone got Akani, but if you want and you have Bolner, you can try putting in Bolner instead of Akani, or if you feel that the meta is not aggressive enough, you could consider cutting a Maelstrom Portal for Bolner. But I think having the 2 nature spells in there is good for Dungeoneer's card draw. And there are 4 budget-friendly decks. All of them are really, really, really cheap. There's only a couple of epics in each one, if any. And I've provided you a few legendaries to slot in if you do have them. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a great expansion day launch and beyond. If you enjoyed this, budget, I guess, video, let me know, and I can try to do more of these in the future as either the meta sort of solidifies or we have new patches or mini sets. See you next time.